Hey, what's up, y'all? Marlon Lad here. And this is Filmmaking 101. Today I thought we would do something real cool, real interesting. I thought I would show you how to do muzzle flashes and bullet hits, ricochets. Interesting? Yeah. All right, let's do this. Wait. How much money you got? What? That's not enough. All right, today we're gonna learn how to film something on your cell phone. All right, cool. All right, let's have some fun. Yeah. So when you're doing action sequences, especially shootout scenes, there's a few things that you're gonna need. So the very first thing that you're going to need is gun, right? Unless you're gonna shoot somebody with your hand. That doesn't really work. Let's see. See that? See the problem? Every time you shoot it, you make the noise with your mouth because you know it's fake. It doesn't look as good on camera. No, it doesn't. Okay, so what you're gonna need is a weapon. And I would highly suggest that you do not use real weapons. It is just way too dangerous and you will get in trouble for that. You can't do that, okay? Now we know about some people that have actually been shot and killed on a set using real guns with actual blanks in them or actual bullet in the gun, in the case of Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's son. So do not use real guns, okay? What you need to use is something like this. Bam, bam. All right, so look, these are gas blowback pistols, okay? And this is the Super Real Gas Series class. Yeah, is it? Yeah. Yeah. Let's open the box. What's in the box? What's in the freaking box? Here it is. This is not a real gun. This thing is a little dirty. We're using this gun on Bad to the Jones Season 2. And I need to clean it. Anyway. So here you go. It looks like a real gun. And what happens is you get it in the box and this tip, which is the tip of the barrel, comes out orange. Okay, so of course you can't use that to make it look real, for a movie. So what you need to do is paint that black. Just get you some spray paint and paint that black and you're good to go. Okay, now this is pretty much just as heavy as a real gun. It's made just like a real gun. It just doesn't fire like a real gun. Something else that it does that's very important. If you don't know this, whenever you fire a weapon, it recoils, okay? It ejects the empty casing and then it racks another round in the chamber ready to fire. So with these glass blowback pistols, you pump them up with the green gas, okay? And then you rack the round and then you fire and it goes and it actually recoils, okay? So these look very, very realistic. So all you have to add is the muzzle flash and the shell casing and you are good to go. And these are perfectly safe, although I would suggest you treat this gun like a real gun and you use real gun safety. You don't have to point it at anybody. What you can do is point it just to the side of somebody and it still looks like you're pointing at them. It probably looks like I'm pointing at the camera, but I'm not. Safety is always first. The second thing that you're gonna need are the special effects, okay? So special effects are gonna be your muzzle flashes. They're going to be your shell casings. They're going to be your bullet ricochets. I'm sure everybody knows, and if you don't, I'm going to tell you, Video COPILOT has a pack called Action Essentials. It has everything. It's got fire, it's got muzzle flashes, bullet ricochets, it's got explosions, if I can remember correctly. It's got a little bit of everything. So I would definitely suggest buying that pack, or If that's too expensive, there are a lot of other places now that have these similar type of special effects bundles. Okay, now I bought a bundle from RODY POLIS. POLIS. Anyway, he's got some really cool stuff and his prices are very affordable. They just did a bundle where you have like explosions and fire and stuff like that. I'm gonna be getting that soon, so you're gonna see some stuff from me on that tip. You can look him up. I'll also leave a link in the description for both of those. You can probably Google and find some other places where you can get some of these things, but you have to have those. Another very important thing when you're doing muzzle flashes is the angle of the gun. So you have certain muzzle flashes. You have muzzle flashes in the special effects packs that are straight on, some that are at a 45-degree angle, and some that are from the side. So what that means is, you know, when you're filming, the person needs to be pointing either straight ahead, at an angle, or to the side. Now, if you turn around like this, it's not going to be a good angle to try and do a muzzle flash. So keep that in mind when you're shooting and when you're filming. You can't just hold the gun any kind of way and expect to throw a muzzle flash in there that's going to be convincing and real. Something else to consider when you're doing special effects is to put the camera on sticks. Put it on a tripod. Because if you don't, you will have camera movement, and what you will have to do, especially if you're not very experienced, this is gruesome and tiresome work, okay? You have to motion track the camera, which means if the camera is moving, you have to have something in the frame that the motion tracking software can attach to and follow the camera movements. Because if not, the camera will be moving like this and your effect will not. And that doesn't look real. But what I would suggest is to make sure and put the camera on a tripod. Then you don't have to worry about motion tracking. And you can always go back after you add the effects and add camera movement so it looks dynamic. Okay? Okay, now aside from doing muzzle flashes and all the special effects and things like that, something else that's going to sell your action sequence is the acting. Nobody's being shot at, right? But your actors need to really act like they are. And they're not shooting real guns, but your actors need to act like they are. That's very important. That's going to sell it. Another thing that's going to sell it are your sound effects. I'll do another tutorial on sound effects later, but make sure you have some good ones. And there's several people out there that I would suggest that you look into buying their sound effects. Now you can have the greatest action sequence. The actors can be on point. The weapons can look good. The muzzle flashes look great. Everything is just like fire. It's awesome. But guess what? Your sound effects suck. It's not gonna look good. Nah, it's not gonna look good. Sound effects, very important. We'll talk about that later. All right, so we're ready to go do this? All right.